Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Tarpsoft. So, another review for the December 2nd NHL games. So 13 games on the docket. We're going to start off with Anaheim and Colorado. So, the first period, Colorado opens the scoring 36 seconds in. Bowen Byram scoring from Miles Wood and Ross Colton. Byram would score his second at 8:59 in the first from Olofsson and Manson. And Adam Henrique would have one for the Ducks at 14:05 from Strom and Vetrano on the power play. Devontae would then scored 19:17 in the first from Rantanen and McKinnon to put the Avs up 3-1. Leo Carlson would add one in the second period at 2:58 from Alex Killorn. And then Killorn would score one of his own at 10:22 from Carlson and Menyukov on the power play. Third period no scoring, overtime no scoring. And then Leo Carlson would score the shootout winner for the Ducks. They take that one 4-3. I believe, yeah. Next game up, we get the Blues and the Coyotes. St. Louis, Arizona. I'm wearing the Arizona jersey here. For Kachina. The first period, Michael Carcone scores at 40 seconds from Alex Kerfoot. Nick Schmaltz with the score from Kerfoot and Keller on the power play at 15:49. At 19:22, Matthias Michelli would score from Lawson Krause and Michael Kesselring to put the Coyotes up 3-0. Second period, no scoring. Brandon Saad would then score at 9:35 into the third from Sundqvist and Leddy. And then Kerfoot would score one more, I believe. No, his first of the game from Krause into the empty net at 18:45. The Coyotes take that one 4-1. Just double checking the score. Yeah, 4-1. Battle of Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh versus Philadelphia. So the first period, no scoring. For second period at 14:31, Chris Letang scores unassisted. Owen Tippett would answer at 16:47 from Tyson Forrester. The third period, 1 minute and 50 seconds, Jake Gensel scores from Carlson and Rust. Scott Law would then score 7:01 from Nick Seeler, shorthanded. Forrester scores second of the game at 13:52 from Cam York and Sean Couturier on the power play. Gensel will score his second at 19:39 from Rust and Evgeny Malkin to tie it up. Overtime no scoring, and then Couturier would score the shootout winner for the Flyers. They take that one 4-3. Next up, Boston versus Toronto. So the first period, 10:44, Dave Pastrnak scores from Brandon Carlo and Hampus Lindholm. That was the only goal of the first. At 7:31 of the second, Shattenkirk scores from Pastrnak and DeBrusk, with the Bruins up 2-0. Matthews would answer at 12:06 from Nylander and Nyes to bring the Maple Leafs within one. And the third period, Max Domi would score his first of the year to tie it up at 2:11 from Robertson and Yarncrook. That's Nick Robertson, not Jason. Trent Frederick would then score for the Bruins at 13:10 from Forbert and Geeky. And then Matthews would score a second of the game in 19:54 from Marner and Tavares. And in overtime, Marchand scores at 4:52 from Pastrnak to win it for the Bruins 4-3. Alright, Detroit and Montreal. So in the first period, Detroit scores at 7:21. It's Joe Veleno from Lucas Raymond and Jake Wallman. Christian Fischer would then score from Rasmussen, short-handed, at 11:44. Sprong would score at 19:20 from Mort Seider to put the Red Wings up 3-0. And then Justin Bird would answer for the Habs at 19:53 from Nick Suzuki to bring them within 2. Yoel Armia would bring the Habs within 1 unassisted at 4:07 on a short-handed goal. Then DeBrickett would restore the 2-goal lead at 4:54 from Mort Seider and Daniel Sprong on the power play. Suzuki would then bring the Habs within 1 at 4:12 from Mike Matheson on the power play. Then Gustav Lidstrom would tie it up at 6:01 from Anderson Evans. And then overtime, Jake Wallman scores for the Red Wings at 54 seconds from Dylan Larson and Alex DeBrincat. So Detroit takes that one 5-4 in overtime. Alright, next up we got the Kraken and the Senators. So in the first period, Matthew Joseph scores unassisted at 17:21. Second period, Batherson scores at 13:37 from Stützle and Tarasenko. Third period, no scoring, and that's it. Ottawa takes it 2-0 over Seattle. Alright, the Islanders versus the Panthers. So Islanders lead scores at 12:36 in the first to open up the scoring from Kyle Palmieri and Brock Nelson on the power play. Sam Redhead would answer at 13:42 from Evan Rodriguez and Brandon Montour. In the second period, Pierre Anvol would score from Alexander Romanov and Brock Nelson at 4:37 to restore the lead for the Islanders. Holmstrom would extend the lead at 9:12 from Gauthier and Bo Horvat, former Canuck. And then Kachuk would score to bring the Panthers within one at 13:14 from Carter Verhage. Gauthier would then score at 3:43 for the Islanders from Bo Horvat, also a former Canuck. Then Carter Verhage would bring the Panthers back within one at 9:36 of the third from Gustav Forsling and Aaron Ekblad. Unfortunately, that wouldn't be it. New York takes it 4-3 in regulation. Alright, Rangers and Nashville. So the first period, Nashville opens up the scoring. It's Ryan O'Reilly scoring at 6:19 from Laudy and Tomasino. Or Foudy, rather, and Tomasino. USC would then score at 15:52 from Nyquist and O'Reilly on the power play. Trouba would score 31 seconds into the second from Trocheck and Budzinski. Sissons would then score at 17:28 from Yakov Trenin shorthanded to restore the 2-0 lead. Kreider would score to bring the Rangers within one at 8:52 from Trocheck and Fox. And then Trocheck would score one of his own at 9:11 to tie it up from Zibanejad and Fox on the power play. In the third period, Lindgren scores from Adam Fox and Jeremy Brodzinski to win it for the Rangers at 5:10. They take that one 4-3. Alright, Blackhawks and Jets. So we got Connor Bedard scoring his 11th goal of the year at 4:39 from Khrushchev to put the Blackhawks up one. Scheifele would answer at 10:43 from Velarde and Morrison on the power play. Second period at 6:23, Barron would score from Ehlers and DeMello to put the Jets up 2-1. And then Perfetti would score in the third period at 10:06 from Sandberg and Chisholm. Well, that's right. To put the Jets up 3-1, and that's how the score would stay. They take that one 3-1. Alright, Tampa Bay and Dallas. Dallas had themselves a game. Anyways, okay, first period. Tyler Seguin scores at 1:01 from Marchman and Heiskanen. Robertson would then score at 6:28 from Pavelski. Ben would score from Johnson and Hakanpää at 7:39. And at 12:25, Hedman would score from Kucherov on the power play. So it's 3-1 Dallas going into the second. The second period at 3:42, Marchman scores from Hakanpää and Lindell. Pavelski would then score from Harley and Hintz on the power play at 12:25 of the second. At 14:23, Robertson would score from Jamie Benn and Rupe Hintz on the power play. Third period, Harley scores from Joe Pavelski and Ryan Suter at 13:27. And at 14:26, Sam Steele steals it from Rakfaksa and Esa Lindell. Dallas takes that one 8-1 over Tampa. Alright, Washington versus Vegas, rematch of the 2018 Stanley Cup Final. First period, Marchessault scores from Eichel and Thompson on the power play at 8:53. Second period is 7:56. Eichel will score from Ben Hutton, who's a former Canuck. Third period, 49 seconds in, Mark Stone scores from Eichel and Barbashev. Tom Wilson will then score from Dylan Strom and John Carlson at 16:46. Then Marshall will score another one at 18:03 from Cotter and Carlson into the empty net. Vegas takes that one 4-1. And then my favorite game of the night, Vancouver versus Calgary. We got Nikita Zadorov making his Canucks debut against his former team. First period, at 2:03, Quinn Hughes scores his 9th of the season, career high, from Besser and Hronik. Sam Lafferty would then score at 8:38 from Mikheyev and Hronik, so Hronik with a pair of helpers already. At 12:18, Backlund would score from Ruzicka and Weir on the power play to bring the Flames within one. Second period, Mikheyev would then score at 19:32 from Pedersen and Lafferty. In the third period, Elias Lindholm would score at 1539 from Serengovich and Tanev, former Canuck. Patterson with unscore at 1840 from Zadorov, his first point as a Canuck, and Myers into the empty net. It was originally credited to Zadorov, but Patterson tipped the puck just inside the blue line and sent it to the empty net, so it's Patterson's goal. Then last Lindholm scored in 1906 for Hannafin and Anderson on the power play, but that's how it would stand. The Canucks take that one 4-3. So those are the games for the second. So I'll do a review of the tonight's games tomorrow. For now, that's it for me. Hit like if you liked it, subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you guys next time. Adios.